Yup, welcome back to the video. Got that Mass Effect 2 popping off, y'all. Y'all know the deal. Got to talk to my man Garrus real quick.
Weren't you originally stationed on Horizon?
Yes. If I hadn't joined Cerberus, I'd be abducted by the Collectors right now.
Wow, really dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
What up, dog?
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I've got something. I may need your help.
What's the
You
word?
remember Sidonis, the one who
Yeah.
betrayed my team?
Yeah.
I found a lead on him.
Oh yeah.
There's a specialist on the Citadel named Fade. He's an expert at helping people disappear. Sidonis was seen with him.
What are you planning to do when you find him?
You humans have a saying, an eye for an eye, a life for a life. He owes me 10 lives, and I plan to collect.
Where do we find Fade?
I've arranged a meeting. We'll meet him in a warehouse near the Neon Markets down on Zakera Ward. Thanks, Shepard. I appreciate you taking the time to help me.
Anomaly detected.
Alright, my bad, I was eating some ice. Still am.
General distress. MSV Hugo.
Ooh, already on.
Probe away.
BW46.
I have found something.
We're on element 0, man. How is it that I got less iridium than I do everything else? Whatever, doesn't matter. Matters is this man, Jacob, looking for this man father. Guess we could take Miranda with us. See why not? I don't see why not.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years.
Why it sound like somebody just got their head blown off? What's that
Could
noise?
have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Along with the
Ah, my shoulder
we've done
popped.
horrible things to the crew.
It
The
didn't hurt,
conditions
but
they're in, they don't
it's
understand
unexpected.
what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others.
3,000 creditos. Creditos. Salvage parts. What I just seen it at? They come from this? Oh, it's that over there. Salvage parts.
Toxology alert. Danger.
From the look of
You
it, this
talking
beacon's
about-
been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under the emergency command protocols, other flag issues, unsafe declaration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols. Why the audio cut out like that? It did.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Why are you comparing the crash to theoretical speeds?
The Hugo Gernsback was constructed off-world. It is not rated for suborbital descent, and doing so exceeded operational parameters.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Come on, let's get going.
My father had a working beacon, but didn't signal for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
Avoiding it for a decade seems
The hell
unlikely.
wrong with my head? Y'all seen that?
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
Who are you? What was your rank on the Gernsback?
I can't think. The leader thinks for us and we serve. So we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
See.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
Right between the eyes!
Here we go.
Come on.
Gotta hurt!
There we go.
Got his ass.
That wasn't neural decay. They were feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong. Strip for parts. Tech's
Well,
wearing out. Those
we're
hunters
dealing
must
with
be
Mer
laying on the pressure.
X. Pop out the
Status
old
settlement?
disruptor.
They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
They're clearly docile, but in the same uniform remnants as those who attacked us.
Is this an earlier stage, or did the exile make the others violent?
Why is everyone here female? Can't be a coincidence.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know.
I have
what
an
my father
answer
has
for
to
that,
do
but
with
I'm gonna
this.
keep it to
His
myself.
face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed
I
with his
tripping.
face.
She got a dent in her head.
You certainly seem to have a way with words.
You heard her. I have his face. My father forced the crew to eat toxic food. What the hell? Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
Right. What you said?
The hunters will kill you. They fight because he exiled them and waited too long.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
Your captain demands obedience. Weapons are forbidden.
I got it!
Your captain demands obedience.
I'm tripping. Does the pistol look a whole lot bigger than it usually do?
Patrols like that are a
Maybe
little
it's
much
just
again.
been.
Please, here. You could end it.
What?
You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised.
Toxic food
and
got
what
you
they
out
did
here
to us.
not being able to
We need
read?
the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Think on your own time. What's in there?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long.
Told him to
They
think
were
on his
afraid
own
they'd run
time.
out of supplies and lose
Crazy.
their minds to the decay. My father
Chris,
restricted the ship
eat
for
my
the
ice.
crew
Hold on
itself
one
and the
second.
officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
Not what I would have done, but they were in a desperate situation.
How long do you stay desperate? The numbers go up from there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
It's looking like he only activated the beacon because the men have come back ready to fight.
He let this happen, and now it's biting him in the ass. 9 years. Why didn't he set it right? I need to find this man.
So he been dealing with this whole situation for 9 years? He been dealing with people and toxic foods for the last 9 years, and just now thought about, oh yeah, let's set up a beacon and not fix it. Instead of just fixing the beacon. Worst case scenario, you get thrown in jail. have ended this whole situation. It saved you 9 years, but I don't know.
The old corpse has been posed, like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
And the fight is about to start now.
Activity. Here we go.
Hostile forces have engaged. Failure.
Careful, I automated my defenses after the crew turned violent. They keep attacking. There's no choice.
He had plenty of choices. A little late to blame his victims.
Get over here!
Bro, I know you not shooting a damn shotgun from a distance.
Allied force casualty.
Yeah! Come on over. Sure thing.
Not a
See, I wish I
problem.
had overload, man. Try this. I see what happens to him. Nothing.
Overloading their systems.
Oh, y'all over here hiding. About to hide with y'all. You don't want to leave me out there.
Critical system damage.
Up front!
Easy
There you go.
enough.
Nick's trying to walk me down, bro.
Unit member offline.
I ain't gonna lie, I need the locust.
Excuse me. Allied forces have engaged. Unit member offline.
I need the locust. Vida loca. Some with some accuracy on it. This ain't gonna do the job.
But it's getting dangerous. Thank God you've come.
He had his fun, and now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
That's your father. Call your father a son of a bitch. And me calling your grandma a bitch. And how you think she gonna feel about it?
Forces have engaged.
Have a nice trip!
Caught him in mid-air.
Lethal force. Allied force casualty.
Easy
Ayy.
enough.
Got that boy doing backflips, front flips, side flips, all type of flips.
I'm afraid you'll have to fight them to rescue me.
Rescue you? Said I was here for you. Well, I am here for you, actually.
Not my father. On target! Gravity's one mean mother, huh?
Nice shot.
Got him. Y'all mind getting out of the open? That's how people die.
Hostile drone!
Understood.
Ain't got nothing for him, do I? Nope. Let's see what this gonna do. Whoa. Nope, I don't think that's gonna work. Stick to what you know. Jesus.
We've been spotted.
Ooh. Come on, man. Come on, man.
You got it. Be right there.
They hide like... Good shot!
Was you about to call me a gorilla?
So we can go home.
Enough with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify
I could have sworn he said they hide like gorillas. I could have sworn he said we hide like gorillas. It sounded like that's what he was about to say. I don't know. Isn't no. I'm switching that SMG back to the Locust.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've got to have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Doesn't matter. You're running a very questionable setup here, Captain. Explain.
Of course. It was chaos after the crash, and the crew never really accepted me as captain. They rebelled and trapped us here. Once they started eating the toxic food, I couldn't control them. And I couldn't get to the beacon.
Just stop. We know what you did to your crew. Why let this go 10 years?
Who the hell are you?
Taylor. Lieutenant Jacob Taylor.
Jacob? My Jacob?
Not who you expected, Captain?
I was hoping not to
Couldn't
have
tell
to
by the
explain
nostrils.
or anyone, really. You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not biting, Captain. At some point, you chose to do this to your crew. You.
What was that moment? I want to know that there was an actual reason.
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand.
Is that the backdoor crew?
We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated
Icebreaker.
here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
Can't say this wouldn't be a hell of a vacation, but you don't get to just walk away after all this time.
You're damn right he doesn't. What happened here, I should vent his head. But he's not even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
I'm pretty sure we can spare the ammo.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm not taking the shot. My father owned his mistakes. He was a different man. A good man.
Half-charged. You've seen the crazy ones. This won't stop them.
It's not for them, Dad.
Oh Lord, Jacob done found his deadbeat father after 10 years. It's a shame.
Alliance ships are inbound to pick up survivors, Commander. We could be long gone by the time they get here.
They get as much as a glimpse, and you're restricted to decaf.
Great, may as well serve it in the airlock, you hard ass.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Really? Because given the result, it feels like something you'd have your hands in.
You know very little about me, Shepard. Don't presume to understand my intentions. Cerberus is ultimately about humanity. My people are valuable to me.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Was this supposed to be a favor, or did you just want to see him squirm?
What he did with it was his own business. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor's body has some catching up to do, but the man died a long time ago. I've already dealt with that. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
Well, this is as good as place as any to stop. Alright, go ahead and right here, man. If you like, subscribe, share, comment, man. I'm holla at y'all. Stay up, stay safe, peace out. Have a great, beautiful day. Nah to do.